everyone, welcome back for another tutorial on this channel. Kindly please subscribe if you are new here. I welcome all of you who have just subscribed to my channel. You won't regret being here, and all of you who have been with me right from the beginning, I appreciate you all. This week we are going to learn how to make this colorful heart. I made me one at the beginning of this year, and I've been having a lot of stas yarn, little pieces of yarn here and there, and I said, why not make me another one? The tutorial is a beginner friendly tutorial. You will be able to learn how to make your own heart according to your head circumference. It's really super easy, and you can use any yarn of your choice. Okay, so this is just me showing you what I've made and how it looks like. I think it resonates with the background. I love it, but either way we will learn how to make this heart, and I can't wait to show it all of you. Without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Grab any kind of stash yarn that you have over there and we begin. I mean little pieces of yarn that you have overlooked. Okay, all right, catch you in the tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to make a multicolored heart. I made this for me at the beginning of this year, and I like it so much. It keeps attracting attention from other people. So I thought I could make me another one. So there are no specifics in this yarn. I have both chunky, lightweight, medium sizes of yarn here, and I'll just be crocheting as I go. You can wear it like this, or maybe just, fold it like that, and it's so beautiful, colorful. I liked how it turned out. Now for us to start this particular one, we are going to make a crown, and the crown is going to be 6 inches wide for a head circumference of 21 inches. So let's begin. For us to start, I'm going to be using a 5.5 millimeter hook, and we will start by making a magic ring. I'm going to start with this shade of yarn, and this is how I make my magic ring. I just wrap the yarn round my finger like that, and then I hold it down here. I insert my hook inside and pull up a loop and chain 1. Okay, so inside this loop you are going to make 6 single crochets. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Then you are going to pull the tail of this loop like that. Okay, and then go on top of the first stitch which you made at the beginning. The first stitch is usually very tight, so just go on top of it like that, and then close. Pull the tail like that. This is row 1. At this point, if you have a stitch marker, you're going to place a stitch marker on this stitch, but for those of you who don't have a stitch marker, you are going to grab a long yarn like this and use it as your stitch marker. It will help you know on which row you are. So instead of chaining 1, we'll be crocheting in the round. So in every stitch, put 2 single crochets. At the end of this row, you should have 12 single crochets. That is like that. Now I'm going to join this. And then make another single crochet in this same space like that, as you can see. and then I will keep crocheting the tail of my yarn as I go. There's going to be a lot of loose ends which we will hide, but if you want to reduce some of the work, you need to crochet the tail of the yarn as you go. So let's continue with this. At the end of this row, you should have 12 number of stitches. I'm going to meet you when we start row 3. I'm at the end of my row. I have 12 number of stitches here. Then you are going to bring this yarn over like this so that you will be able to start row 3. Now in row 3, I'm going to cut out the tail of this green yarn. And then attach this. In row 3, you are going to put one single crochet on top of this stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. One single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Like that. You will repeat this all around. Ensure that you crochet as you go. There is no specific way in how to attach your yarn. Use the colors within your possession to your desired satisfaction. I'm going to crochet and meet you at the end of this row. Ensure you have 18 number of stitches. We are done with row 3. At the end of row 3, I have 18 number of stitches. Now from here going forward, you're going to be increasing by 6 number of stitches in every row. So meaning in the next row, which is row 4, you will have 24 number of stitches. I will now keep increasing until I have 6 inches of my crown. Or if you have a lot of hair, you might have to add a few inches, but 6 inches is just enough. You have a lot of hair or not. Now let's crochet until we obtain our 6 inches, and we will meet right back here when we are done. Catch you when I'm at the end of my 6 inches for us to start working on the next part of this tutorial. While you're here, kindly please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me when people subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I appreciate all of you so much for sticking around with me. Bye. Catch you until then. I'm through with making my crown. I have 6 inches here, and there are 10 number of rows. In total, I have 60 number of stitches. So if you take a measurement, you should be able to get your 6 inches for this crown. So now we are going to be working on this part here, which should be around 4 inches. Yeah, something like that. And let's get onto it right away. I will be interchanging my yarn as I go. So this comes in front here. So for this row, until you obtain 4 inches, maintain 60 number of stitches. I'm going to go round and round while interchanging my yarn accordingly, and meet you right back here when I'm done. I have completed to make the 4 inches which I need for this hat. You can get your tape measure and measure to be sure. And I have my 4 inches here. This is my 24th row and still maintains 60 number of stitches. So now we are going to be putting single crochets only in the back loop, and we will be increasing to give us the brim. Insert your hook in the next stitch, which is this one, the tail of this yarn is short, so insert your hook in there, get the yarn which you're switching to, make a single crochet. So make 9 single crochets. That is 2, 3, only in the back loops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then in the 10th one put 2 single crochets in the same space. All right, we are continuing with where we left. In row 10 we made, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So in row 10 we made 8 single crochets, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then in the 9th one we put 2 single crochets in the same place. So for this one you are going to make 9 single crochets, and in the same stitch put 2 single crochets. I'm going to repeat that one time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then in the 10th one put 2 single crochets in the same space. Repeat this all around and do that for 3 more rows. After here make 2 more rows. I'm going to meet you when I have 80 number of stitches. At the end of this row you will have 66 number of stitches. Catch you until then. I've made my 3 rows of increases. I have 80 number of stitches here. So for the next row you are not going to increase. You make single crochets all around and still have 80 number of stitches. After that row you will again increase and keep alternating until you get your desired length. So I'm going to reattach my new yarn like that and just make single crochet all round. At the end of this row I should still have 80 number of stitches. This is how your heart is taking shape. You can see that it's beginning to spread out. I just want to show you all how it's looking like. Okay, now you will be increasing this up to your desired length. You can see this one. At that time I ran out of yarn, so I stopped where I could, but as you can see how it looks like, we will now repeat this until it can give us a result like this. Okay, like this. So from here, for this next row you will make single crochets all round. Then in the next row you will increase and alternate with another row of no increase. Increase, no increase, increase, and no increase. Repeat that for 10 rows. I'm going to continue increasing until I have 10 rows. I want it to be the exact size as this one, so I'll make 10 rows, which means after the 3 rows I'll make a row of no increase, increase, no increase, increase, no increase, until I am at the end of my 10th row. I will come back here and show you how it looks like. so that we can end this tutorial. I've made similar hats and I'll stitch it in my description box below. You can watch those tutorials to see how far more you are able to extend your brim if you want it wider, and also have elastic band or a cord around it. Catch you until then. I am done crocheting my rows. This is how my brim looks like. You see it practically just folding by itself the way I wanted. Now I ended my row with 104 number of stitches, and the last row I have is a row of no increase. In the next row we are going to put slip stitch all around as our very last row, and this is how you are going to do it. You go through these 2 stitches like that and slip stitch. You can slip stitch in any shade of yarn you wish, but I want to end mine in this color, so I will just be slip stitching round in the same color until I get to this point. Go through the 2 threads which you see here like that and slip stitch. Don't make it too tight. I'm going to go on and slip stitch all around and meet you at the end of this row so that we can end this tutorial. If you recreate this hat, tag me in your photos and videos on social media. My social media handles are in the description box below. I'd appreciate how it turned out for you. Like that. Catch you when I'm at the end of my row here. I have slip stitch all around, and this is where my row has ended. So pull out your yarn like that, cut it out. Wow, I almost clipped my finger. Then let's hide out the tail of this yarn. Get your needle, insert your yarn inside your needle like that. At this point, if you were using this a thread as a stitch marker, you just go about and pull it out like that. Go under this slip stitch like that. Like that. As simple as that. You can even go ahead and just hide the tail of this yarn the way you wish. Like that. And this is how your hat looks like. Let me show you how the inside looked. As I was crocheting, I kept hiding the tail of my yarn as I crocheted, so I'm just going to be getting my scissor and cut out this tail, these remaining tails that couldn't get crocheted inside. You do the same for yourself, but in all, you have come to the end of this tutorial, and this is how your hat looks like. You can just organize it like that, as beautiful as that. And when you get done with the tail of the yarn, this is how it's going to be looking like from outside. I enjoyed creating this colorful hat with all of you, and I hope you also enjoyed watching it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you again in my next tutorial. Bye.